Here we are inside the Death Egg Mark II. We don't need Supersonic to finish this guy off. We really don't. But it also gives rise to my favorite song in the game. And one that I listen to, not really on a constant basis, but whenever I feel like it. It may have that da-da-da-da song in it, but I think it sounds good here, man. Shut up. My brain is, like, dumb. You gotta remember this. My brain is dumb! Okay, good. Alright, so, the Death Egg Mark II. So, I haven't really explained what's been going on in the story here, because there's really been no context with what's happening, but I think what's happening here is that Eggman has actually captured Little Big... Actually, no, I don't think he has. He just basically built a big, fancy new Death Egg that's even more powerful than the first one. You know, Death Star 1 to Death Star 2 situation. And, yeah. And he's going to use it to control the world. Anyway, we got a 2-on-1 fight here with Metal Sonic and Eggman. Eggman is completely invincible for once. And when your goal is to just hit Metal Sonic. You got to hit Metal Sonic when he's not surrounded by that purple aura. And thank God. Oh God, why? Thank you, Tails, you saved me! Tails saved the day again, boys! We did it! Wow, I can't believe I get hit in the cutscene, man. Jesus. I guess I really wouldn't call it a cutscene, but it's more like a little thingy that happens. I don't know. It's just a thing that happens, you know? Oh, jeez. I got 47 extra lives at the end of this. Like, Jesus. 47 lives. I mean, in this day and age, like, we really don't care about lives anymore. Like, not even the newer games, like, not even newer games right now featuring old, tired folks of the video game industry. Like Sonic, Mario, Kirby. They don't even care about lives anymore. So it's like, why even give them at all? Unless to give that classic feel of having lives in a video game. I guess it's sort of been a staple since FPSs has been around, I guess, but it's fine. He's like, you and me have a race now. We got a good old race with Metal Sonic here. And rolling combo is your best friend in this situation. Supersonic can also help out in this state, but do you really want to overwrite the music? Do you really want to overwrite Stardust Speedway? No, you don't. Either way, after 20, that's about it. And bye-bye. That does it for Metal Sonic, going out like a bitch. Now, I don't know if this exists on Steam. We're at the final battle, which is Death Egg Mark II, Act 2. So, did I mean to go that way? I don't think I did. So I think down here, yes, down here is a shield. Because I don't know if this exists in this game. Or in the Steam version at all. But I know at least on the Xbox, there's an achievement where you can't get hit by the final boss at all if you want to get it. Yeah, I'm not joking. There's an achievement in Sonic 4 Episode 2 where you have to defeat the final boss, and then I think it's called the Egg Heart, without getting hit. Using the shield doesn't count. So, by using the shield, I think you have a fair chance. And finally, we have an Eggman fight that's actually good? Well, here's the thing with this fight, actually. So, you have to use the hover in order to make it up to him. Of course. But now here's where things get interesting. You have to avoid all the electricity. Avoid all the electricity, and you may be okay. But now it's time for phase 2. Oh god. Now different sections will now get the electricity treatment. There we go. You got it. Tails got it. Tails got it. We're good. Good. Ooh, lost the shield. Okay. Just gotta keep on going until he switches phases again. Which I think is right now. I like how he has the ability to control gravity, and yet he doesn't just throw us out the window. Then again, we can breathe in space, so... yeah, it'll be fine for us. Now here's the more interesting part. Now you gotta use the rolling combo in order to break the shield. That's when you'll be able to attack him. And I think now's the point. I'm not sure, but I think now's the point where you have sort of a time limit on your hits. I want to say now, but I have a feeling that it might be the next phase after this one. He's like, ah, blah, 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 blah. Create more lasers. So I think it's in this phase where the screen gradually gets darker. And as it gradually gets darker... oh, wait, never mind. I guess that's it. Okay, so what I was trying to say there was, if you wait too long during the end phases of the Egg Heart fight, the background will gradually get darker and darker. And if it gets too dark, then you'll get hit. Just saying. And that's it, baby! You know, I think I preferred this game definitely over episode 1, definitely. But like, I still think this is a relatively fine game. Like, it's definitely not the best of the 2D Sonics out there. And overall, it's definitely not the best in terms of overall Sonic games to begin with. But I still find this a relatively, you know, for the most part, enjoyable time. I mean, I think that the level design is better than the original game, definitely. The music is definitely better, and instrumentation-wise, it's better. I definitely find more of the soundtrack to be filled with more bangers, like Sylvania Castle, Act 1, White Park Act 2, and White Park Act 1, Oil Desert Act 1. Sky Fortress 2 and 3, Death Egg Mark II Act 1, the Metal Sonic fight. Yeah, in fact, the Metal Sonic fight definitely is up there with some of the higher tracks in this game, at least. Yeah, I can describe all the music on 2 hands. The Eggman fights in Sylvania Castle and Oil Desert are definitely not the best. Like, they're either relatively simple or they take way too long for their own good. So, that's a bit unfortunate. What else? Yeah, honestly, it's like nothing really else to say about Sonic 4 Episode 2 as a whole. Like, I'm in like the minority when I say I think this is a relatively good time, even if it is really short. Episode Metal definitely helps it out just a tiny bit, but not really much. But overall, I think Sonic the Hedgehog 4 is, well, when combined all together, is a relatively enjoyable time for like, not really half of it, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like one of those games where you had to be there, you know? You had to be there for all the hype surrounding it, I guess. But regardless of whether or not you think Episode 2 is a good or bad game, or whether you think Episode 1 is a bad game, or whether you think Sonic the Hedgehog 4 as a whole is good or bad, that basically concludes the Sonic the Hedgehog 4 saga. Unfortunately, there are no more episodes of Sonic 4. People have been waiting for a potential Episode 3, but it's never gonna happen. All stages cleared. Yep. So, unfortunately, there's just definitely no more Sonic 4 goodness coming our way. Well, goodness in like quotes. So yeah, that's Sonic the Hedgehog 4 in a nutshell. I'm honestly kind of glad that I was able to come back and just do this because, well, I wanted to round out some projects that have gotten, you know, updates since, you know, my original Let's Plays of them. And this was certainly one of them. So, Sonic 4 as a whole is complete. Buy these games at your own risk because they're relatively cheap. And I highly doubt that Nintendo Switch or the next Nintendo system will see a release at all. So that's unfortunate. And once again, I must stress that the Red Star rings don't do anything outside of achievements, so you'll forgive me if I'm sounding like I don't care. Alright, so this has gone on for long enough, so I'm going to stop it right here. So I will see you guys whenever for the next video, so... bye?